Hello, African Confessions. I am back with another episode. There is a message that I want to share with you guys, and the message reads like this. Hello, my brother, how are you? Can you please post for me? I took someone's husband. I am writing this to you so that the younger ladies who watch this channel can also learn from my story. As I am writing this story, I am on my deathbed, and I know very well that I am going to die very soon. I have lived a life that has been built on other people's tears. I destroyed the lives of innocent children due to my greed and my selfishness. My story started about 20 years ago. The year was 2003, and I was a secretary in the Department of Education. I met a man who was in his 40s. He was a married man. Yes, I knew that he was a married man. But when I found out that this guy that I was dating, he was but a married man, I said, who cares? How many women out there were dating married men when I had met him? I was not that special, so why should I feel embarrassed that I was dating a married man? Is it not that out there men are fewer than women, so we had to share men? This man that I was dating, he was a school principal, and he told me that him and his wife were not happy, but he told me that whenever he was with me, I gave him pleasure, I made him happier. He later told me that him and his wife had separated, and the wife had taken the kids with her wherever she had gone to. I moved into his house, and we started to stay together. He also organized a post for me so that I could work at the school he was a principal at, and all went well. I was so close to him. We were madly in love. I stayed in his house for about 2 months, and there was no sign of the wife. He told me that the wife had left her clothes, and I started wearing those clothes, and life was great. The reason why I started wearing that woman's clothes, it was because most of the clothes that she had left behind, they were originals, and I didn't want the clothes that she had left behind to go to waste. This is what that man told me. She said, you can wear whatever that you want. Some of the dresses, when I would look at them, they'll be costing between 6,000 to 8,000 rands. I would prepare for the both of us to go to work, and he told me that he loved the way that I cooked. He told me that in each and everything that I did, I performed more better than his wife, even in bed. He kept on telling me that I was way better than his wife in bed. One day, as I was in his house, I was sitting on the bed in the bedroom. He had told me to be free because the wife was never going to come back. And me, with my foolishness, I had believed him. In those days, cell phones were not very popular. It was mostly landlines, and the phones were coming in slowly, but not everyone had the cell phone, but our lives were perfect. On this day, I didn't go to work. I was just sitting on the bed. That is when I noticed the door slowly opening. As I lifted my face, I saw a young lady. This young lady that had walked in, she was in her late 30s, short, light in complexion, well built, and she looked at me, but not with a violent face, with a neutral face. I greeted her, and she greeted me back, and I led her to the living room, and I let her sit on the sofa. It was time for introductions, and I told her that I was the lady of the house who was about to get married to the man of the house, KG. She looked at me with a smile. She said she was the sister to KG. I knelt down on the floor to show her respect, and I was super impressed with her smile. I then stood up so that I can make us food whilst we waited for KG to come back from work. I made us food, and luckily KG's house had a lot of beautiful plates and pots. She asked me a few questions, then I gave her the food that I had just finished preparing. As we were about to start eating, she looked at me in my eyes and she said, I am KG's wife. I felt cold from my knees going up, and I started to slide down from the sofa till I fell down. As I was sliding down, I had lost control of my brain, and I had a lot of things that were flooding in my mind. Was she going to beat me so hard? But KG had told me that they had separated. What was going to happen to me now? To make matters worse, I was wearing her clothes and I had used her pots to prepare the food that she was eating. She started eating after she had told me that she was the wife. I stood up with her morning gown and I pretended to be going to the kitchen and I ran for my life. I went to hide at the neighbor's place who had been looking at me with an attitude. I didn't care about their attitude in that moment. I was afraid that this woman, maybe she was going to do something bad. All that I wanted was to leave. I asked her why she didn't tell me what she knew about KG. The neighbor then told me that they are married and she is in university finishing a program. That's why the kids are in boarding school. KG had lied to me all this while. He made me to believe that she had left with the kids. As far as I had known, these people, they were divorced. I felt like a fool and I asked to use the neighbor's landline so that I can call KG. I just told him, your wife is here, and KG was like, what? I did not expect her. Where is she coming from? I then asked KG and I said, you have been lying to me, KG. You mean that you have a wife? And he said, yeah, I have a wife. You think I can be this old without a wife? I told him to come pick me up and go leave me at my mother's house. He came as soon as possible. I had never seen him like that. He was filled with fear. He asked me, what did she look like? What did she do to me? And I said, she did nothing. She was quite peaceful. He took me to my mother's house and I was very confused. He told me that he was going to sort everything out, so I should not worry. KG went back to his wife and I was the foolish one. After the long weekend, he came back to me. He told me that his wife was staying in Cape Town at the university. KG then confessed to me that he had lied to me that they had separated, but he told me that he still loved me. And he said that, I love you so much. I don't want you and I to be separated. Please, I still love you. That is when I did my biggest mistake. I continued with this relationship. I didn't want to lose KG. I had to find some African herbs that would help me to secure his love. This is the thing with we women. If you go to bed with a man and if you find out that you really love this man, you will do a lot of things. That is what I did. The first thought that came to my mind is that I have to find some African herbs that is going to help me to secure KG's love. I used love potions to make him forget about his wife. Another lady gave me a love potion that I would mix with my pee whilst calling his name. Whenever I'll be mixing this herb, I should be saying, KG, you are mine and I want you to forget about your wife. KG, you only belong to me and to me only. You do not belong to anyone else. I then took that love potion and me and KG, we ate that love potion, but I never told him that I had prepared this love potion. The person who had given me this love potion had told me that when I was eating with KG, I should smile at him so that I can melt his heart. This is what I did. When that lady had traveled back to Cape Town so that she can continue with her education, things were never the same. Me and that woman, we were now in a battlefield and I was going to win this war. I came here for serious business. I forgave KG for lying to me, but I loved him. I didn't want to be embarrassed because most of the people, they knew that I was dating KG. I didn't want people to laugh at me and nothing was going to stop me from making him my one and only. Within a year, KG went to my family and he paid lobola for me, and that woman was struggling with the kids. KG never sent any money. This I made sure that he will never send her any money, especially the kids. Kids are really expensive. The kids were removed from the boarding school and they went to their grandmother. The wife was struggling with the children. I am not proud of what I did because now when I look back, I had a chance to leave KG and be with his children. We then moved from that city with my KG and God blessed me with her baby boy. That is when I discovered that there is nothing that you can do to make a man love you. I used to do a lot of things for KG. Anything that you ask of me, I would make sure that I would do for him. I kept on using all of these love potions so that he can love me. But no matter how much love potions I would use, there were so many problems in our marriage. That is when I realized that you can never bewitch someone to love you. You can never keep on using Moti to make someone to be loyal to you. Hey, dear listeners, right there was a message that was forwarded to me by one of our admins. Please let us talk about this issue in the comment section.